Hello, poopsies. I'm gonna have to speak a little louder rather than a whisper, just do a soft-spoken voice because my dishwasher's running, but I find it really soothing when the dishwasher runs. I find a lot of comfort because the house is usually very quiet, and so yeah, having that kind of background noise is very therapeutic to me, so maybe you enjoy the sounds as well. So thank you on this very cloudy, rainy day for joining me. Yeah, the house is very dark and cozy in here as well because of that. So today I will be showing you my fridge magnet collection, which is not that impressive. I have, give or take, maybe 15 or so that I will show you, but maybe I can do an updated collection in the future when I grow it on more of my travels. So I hope you are all doing very well today. Make sure you subscribe if you want more content, and please check me out on TonyBomboni.com to book your own private, confidential, custom tarot card readings. I'm a psychic, a medium. I can help you with any problem. I've done 3,000 video readings thus far since 2019, so I am definitely overqualified to do readings. I've been working with tarot cards since I was 15, so that's 15 years run, and practicing on, you know, family and friends and stuff like that for all that time before I even charged for services. So I'd say I'm pretty legit. And yeah, so I have to toot my own horn, obviously, to promote my website, but yeah, you know, I mean that in the most humblest way, obviously, you know, but thank you guys so much for all your love and support on there. I really do appreciate it so much. So links below to TonyBomboni.com to book your own reading or healing or custom ASMR video for life. Make sure you check me out on Cameo. Make sure you check out my ASMR albums on Spotify and Apple Music, and my online courses, how to run your own successful YouTube channel online course, and how to start your own tarot reading business online course, basically. So I run all the definitions of all the tarot cards and everything you need to know about being a tarot reader. Okay, that's the part of the dishwasher I don't really fancy too much, but nonetheless, we shall begin. Okay, guys, so this first one is technically not a fridge magnet. I've just made it a fridge magnet because it was too cute not to, and it kept falling off my backpack. So it's actually a sticker, and I got it from Cancun, Mexico. I went to Cancun May of last year, and I didn't really like the magnets they had for sale there at the resort, so I got a sticker instead, and this was so cute. It kind of reminded me of like California in a way. I've been to California twice as well, and I love like shirts that have like the palm trees on them. I was actually going to move to Huntington Beach before I moved to Florida, but I changed my mind last minute. So, yeah. But, I'm glad I didn't do that. I would be so famous right now. Whew, thank God I'm not. Thank you, Lord, for saving my life. But anyways, yes, it has such a beautiful arrangement of color. Pink and yellow and blue. It's so pretty. I miss it. I really do. I'm going to Punta Cana in May, and that's going to be exciting, and it's going to be just a wonderful luxury resort. I really am looking forward to that, and that's going to be pretty much exactly a year from when I went to Cancun. It's just nice to go to a resort and just relax, have all your food paid for, all unlimited bottomless drinks, you know. I don't drink. I'm not a drinker, but like, you know, like non-alcoholic fruit mixes and waters and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the buffet, the seafood, the sushi, all of that. Yeah. And the beach, putting my hands, I guess, and my feet in some hot sand. Ooh, you know, yeah. Now that I'm 30, I'm like, sometimes I get like joint pain and different things here and there, and I'm like, ooh, just some hot sand is so healing. It feels so good, you know. It will be well deserved. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And of course, I'm gonna vlog there, and you know, maybe film an ASMR video. Who knows? So, let's continue. This I got in Georgia. So this is one of those fridge magnets. I got like 5, I think, in Cracker Barrel. So one day, my boo and I decided to just drive down from Maryland. I forgot exactly why. There was a reason. So, yeah, so basically, I think it was just to haul things from his storage unit to move here. Yeah, something like that. So, because we went several times. I'm actually about to go next month too. But anyway, that's another story. So we decided to stop at every Cracker Barrel because we knew that's where the fridge magnets were guaranteed to be at. And I got a fridge magnet there on the way down. So this is the Georgia fridge magnet, GA. And this one drew me in the most. I thought it was very pretty, simple, cute. I've been to Georgia several times. Gosh, I lost count. Quite a few times. But drove up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down that state so many times. I lost count, literally. So, yeah. It's always very beautiful. Their nature is wonderful. The mountains are peaceful. The people are peaceful, you know. Very, very kind, friendly, soulful people. You know, the South, I've never had issues, honestly. Like, I don't know what people are talking about sometimes. Like, I think people watch too much news. The most loving, sweet, kind, peaceful people I have ever met in my life. Like, I'm talking since I was 8 to since I'm 30. I've never had issue. Like, I just think we need to stop having so much hate in our hearts and dividing ourselves, you know. But that's another story, you know. When do we become so, like, hate-filled, you know? Like, when will we learn to start loving everyone, you know, equally? And I know that's hard to do sometimes, especially when people have difference of opinions. But I feel like, you know, it's just, I think we just got too carried away as a society, and we need to kind of reel it back in, you know. But everything happens for a reason, right? I guess I'm able to say that because I have neutral beliefs. I don't really pick sides, you know. So this is Arizona. It's so cute because it's actually like a, what do you call it? A license plate. It looks like a license plate. Arizona Flagstaff, Grand Canyon State. So this one, we went to Arizona in July of last year. And I went to the Grand Canyon, went to Flagstaff, went to Sedona. Cornville is where we stayed at. We went to Prescott. We went to the the largest meteor crater in North America. I don't know if it was the world's largest. I think so, maybe. But anyway, so I wanted something at Flagstaff because this was so cute. And Flagstaff was just like this, like cloudy, rainy, a little chilly. Today's humid here, but it had such a nice vibe. It was so different. Like if you ever do the drive from Sedona, Arizona to Flagstaff, Arizona, it's just like I can't explain it. It's like probably the best car ride I had in my life because it's just so many mountains and hills, and like the elevation change is like, it's like a difference of like 3,000 feet, I think. So your ears will pop, and there's so much, like you have to constantly pay attention because there's so many turns, and like, yeah, it's surreal even to do it at night, you know. Pretty much in one day what we did was we drove from Sedona to Flagstaff, and then Flagstaff to the Grand Canyon, and then back to Cornville, Sedona area. Like that, I miss it. I really want to go back, but I only have so much money. I'm not a millionaire, you know, so I have to budget. And so I'm like, okay, what's my one big trip of the year that I can afford to take, you know? And I'm like, I really want to go back to Arizona, but I'm like, I did that last year, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm still thinking about Iceland, but yeah. So Every time I plan Iceland, though, it gets canceled. Something sabotages. I mean, I don't know why the devil doesn't want me in Iceland. It's like I'm not welcome there. All right, but anyways, Nashville, Tennessee, home of the Grand Ole Opry, established 1925. Well, that's very late. I thought that was sooner. Gosh. So Nashville I've been through several times. Shout out to Shoney's and the awesome people that work there. All right. Again, so friendly, so nice. Isn't this the home of Dolly Parton? I heard her husband passed recently. Rest in peace. But like ever since the hurricane Helene hit, I could not like. I mean, the hurricanes are no joke or nothing to mock at or laugh at or make fun of. But like, I could not stop singing like, Helene, 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 Helene. Oh my God! Like, please don't take my roof away from me. I saw that meme online. I couldn't help but laugh, but it's not funny. It really is not funny. I was literally praying, like, yeah, please don't take my roof from me, please. Helene, no, Hurricane Helene, don't do that. Okay, but yeah, the music center, right? And this actually, I got this fridge magnet from my stepfather's son, and he gifted it to them. I guess like then they kind of gave it to us, or it was in our house. I don't know. So I don't know if it's technically mine, but yeah, we just keep it on the fridge. No big deal. And then here's one. I'm sure they got other magnets or gifts too. Here's another, Nashville, Tennessee. So it's nice to get one because I did actually go there quite a, you know. But Tennessee is very different. Just kind of like the whole Kentucky and Tennessee is kind of one and the same. It's different, you know. I actually drove through, like, by myself once through a different part of Kentucky. So I was like, I feel like the eastern side of Kentucky is more beautiful. It was so like, wow, that was one of my favorite drives too. It was like 2 hours of just pure beauty, and I didn't want to leave. It was very peaceful. I don't know. I can't explain to you. It just felt so serene and releasing, you know, because there's a lot of fear at the time with the Hurricane Irma in 2017. And I think that like cleansed something off me. The mountains, you know, what do they call? Which one's the bluegrass state? Hold on. I think that's Kentucky. Yeah. The bluegrass. It just did something. So here's another Cracker Barrel. This is North Carolina, baby. So I'm going over all the southern states. This was from our trip from Maryland down to Florida. So it's a wooden one with a blue. I think it's so beautiful. North Carolina, definitely very woody, pretty. I can only see so much from the highway though. Like, you know, does it really count? But they have a bear here, a cabin, a trolley, the original aircraft from, of course, North Carolina, the Wright brothers, who invented the plane. And I think North Carolina dates back to the 1780s, if I'm not mistaken. There's a log cabin, mountains, and a lighthouse, and some flowers here. So I actually had to write a state report about North Carolina, a 10-page state report, size 12 font. In the 4th grade. Yeah. I remember my friend was so jealous because he went there. He loved, way before I did. He loved it. He was obsessed with it. And then I, of all 50 states, got North Carolina as a report, like a random lottery pick. And he was so freaking jealous. Like, I think that's when we lost our friendship. Like, he was, I don't know, some things are predetermined, right? Some things are destiny. I'll never forget that. South Carolina. So this is I think, I don't know if it's called a palmetto, but there's a little moon there as well. It's always fun to stop at south of the border. In South Carolina. I think that's where I got this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I got this at the south of the border, not the Cracker Barrel. So that was the only different one, I believe. They sold a lot of products from Mexico, and it was just so beautiful. Like, it was a big store, so many gorgeous things, artwork. Like, the place has huge statues, and there's a tower you can visit, and oh man, there's so many cool places like to see. You know, this world is so filled with so many fun things and activities, and I can see why millennials spend all their money traveling. I get it now. Virginia, so Cracker Barrel. Yeah, they pretty much have these same generic ones for every state, but I got this one for Virginia because this was my favorite. The Old Dominion State, established 1788. I thought so, 1780s. I think that's around when, because North Carolina's below Virginia. Yeah, so I think that's around when it was established. And Maryland is above Virginia, so Maryland actually hugs this area. And I think, yeah, this chain of islands also connects with Maryland up here, I think. So that's that. And it's really not a far drive from Baltimore to Virginia, so yeah, it's not too bad. There's a cardinal, some flowers, a cannon wagon, and a flag. I never liked learning about history, though, of how the states were formed. I'm like, oh my god. Like, the Constitution, all that stuff was so boring to me, like, painstakingly boring. I was just, like, so not interested. But somehow I always got a B in that class. I think the history teachers, low-key, kind of always liked me. Because I at least was never on my phone, chewing gum. I was always talking too much. That's another story. And passing notes. Got in trouble for that countless times. But, I don't know. Ooh, there was a history professor I had. Ooh, he did some shady stuff. He actually got arrested. Ooh, I better not talk too much. But, child, that was... I'll never forget that. That was terrifying. Like, the media came. Oh my god, it was such a scene. Literally, in the literal sense. Like, even girls were, like, so uncomfortable in the class. They were saying, like, oh, he keeps staring at me here. It's like, oh my god. Like, we should have known. But, child... And then he did that stuff, whatever that stuff is, I'm not saying for sure, with my English professor too, which it was my brother's and my mother's favorite teacher. He was so nice, and we were floored. We would never expected he would do that. It's like, you never know. It's the people you least expect, you know. It's the people you rub elbows with at dinner at Cracker Barrel. Ciao. Okay. Pennsylvania welcomes you. I spilled the tea, girl. I would give the story time, but I can't for YouTube. Alright, entertainment purposes only, right? So this was when we went, we drove, once we arrived in Maryland and settled a bit, we drove up to Pennsylvania. And last year, and that was fun too. I've been to Pennsylvania a couple times as well, so it's nice to see it again. A fourth time. Yeah, because driving through, yeah, I would say a fourth time. So, yeah, just a simple road welcome sign that says Pennsylvania welcomes you, and a field of flowers, and of course the tractors. High population of Amish. And what did they call them? Not just Amish. Not everyone is Amish because they look Amish, you know. I learned that recently. What was the name? I forgot. The belief. Mennonite. Yeah, there we go. Mennonite and Amish, yes. But there's a difference. I think there is a difference in how they dress. So, also very lovely people. They're just working hard to, you know, live their life, make food, do their thing, they mind their business. So, I mean, it's not for me. Like, I wouldn't go work a farm, you know, and churn butter, like, but they always seem very peaceful, yeah. So this is Assateague Island. So this is a national seashore established 1965. This is in the Assateague Outfitters store on Assateague Island. It is an island with horses on it. Yes, horses actually roam the beach and the coasts. They fell off a boat one day when a boat crashed, and ever since, many hundreds of years ago, they've been reproducing and living on that island undisturbed. And Assateague Island is in Maryland. It is, I think, about 3 hours from a drive from Baltimore. So that I was very happy that we got to rent a tiny home there and visit. It was kind of chilly at the time, I would say. For me, at least, it was maybe in the high 50s. Was kind of, by the water. It's very cold. Maryland somehow gets very, very like a damp cold. I can't explain. It's just like living in Chicago. It's just very cold. So, but apparently it's a lot more beautiful in the summer. The beaches are different. There's horseshoe crab shells all over, big shells that I don't see anywhere else. Definitely New England type of shells. And the sand is so different. The currents of the ocean are definitely like Atlantic Ocean, but it's just so different. I don't know. So, yeah, you have to pay to get in. I think it's quite a hefty price, but people just basically drive around and take pictures of horses. And there's a nature trail there as well, or nature trails, and it's just surreal. You're like on boardwalks over water, and it's just so peaceful and beautiful. There was one other place like that, I forgot, but anyway. So this is a Florida fridge magnet. So I got this. I had to snatch it when we were somewhere around here, probably Jacksonville, probably on the border, at a Cracker Barrel. And yeah, it's very bright, and I was like, okay, I already got every other design they possibly have. Let me get this one. So this has most of the popular cities: Pensacola, Route 10, Route 95 on the East Coast, Route 75, which goes on the Central Florida, and then this is like it goes all the way through Tampa, through Miami as well, I think, as well as 41. Tallahassee, the capital, Jacksonville, where I went recently, Daytona Beach, Orlando, Tampa, West Palm Beach, Miami. I've actually pretty much been through all of these recently, except for, I don't think I made it as far as Pensacola. I've been through Pensacola twice, but like on my way to Texas. But yeah, so there's a rocket ship here, an alligator, palm tree, and an orange. And I've pretty much seen all of this. Yeah, I've pretty much seen all of Florida by now. And I'm not going to count every little town, but like, because it's such a huge state. And I've seen the Keys, obviously. They should have the Keys. I don't know why they cut the Keys off, but poor Keys. I would love to say the Tortuga Island, but I've been all over. So like from the tip of the Keys to basically Pensacola, I think it's like a 14 and a half hour drive. That's how big Florida is. It's very big. So Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. This is when I went to Gainesville, Florida recently. And this is a beautiful gardens, although we only got to see like half of it. So next time we go, we're probably going to go see the other half. Maybe the wildlife grows more, When you go to botanical gardens, you should go more than once, because it's like, it changes every few years, go at least once every 5 years, You support the preservation, the conservation, you support just an awesome place, the people working there. And, get something at the gift shop, Put some dough in the economy. This is an awesome way to do it. And fridge magnets are a nice memorabilia, too. It's always nice, like, every morning I'm like, I'll tell you why, but soon. But I look at the fridge for a reason. Obviously not just for food. And just to see, like, all the places I've been, it's like, oh, it makes you sentimental, but at the same time, there's more to explore. There's more fridge to fill out with more magnets. So it's a fun little hobby, little collectible. But again, it's really not much special. I've only been starting to collect in the past couple years. So I'm working on it, but one step at a time. So this was very beautiful. This was very beautiful. They have the lotus petals, and I think they had the bonsais too, and just palm trees and bamboos, and it was just a little chilly that day too, but very, very, I think it's like a Hawaiian vibe to it somehow. I think that's what it's called, Kapakanapaha. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, there was some influence there. So, and you don't expect to see that in like a place like Gainesville, but it's like, you know, Gainesville's pretty hip. It has like a bunch of diverse things and cultural stuff too, even though it's all like, people think like, oh, Gainesville, they just care about sports and stuff. It's not just the case, you know. I've been there several times as well. Probably 4 times now. Chihuahua. So this was a gift by my boo, a part of one of my gifts for my birthday, my 30th birthday last year when we went to Orlando. And it says, comical, eccentric, suspicious, protective, fiercely loyal, and entertaining. That's a Chihuahua. That's a Chihuahua in one. And it's just such a beautiful illustration of a Chihuahua. Just like the sass, the cuteness, the attitude. Just a cute depiction in one fridge magnet. So that's definitely my favorite, because I love my Paco Chihuahua. He's so beautiful. Although I think he's been having his knee pain lately. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I didn't expect my pets to get elderly this quickly. Like, time just goes so quick, you don't even realize it. Like, please spend more time with your loved ones. Please do me a favor, do it, because nothing is guaranteed. Okay, so this one says dream big. So I think this was originally my mother's, but again, it's one of those, like, when we move, she's like, okay, you can have this on your fridge. But I like it, and it reminds you to dream big, obviously, and I put it above this fridge magnet, which is my final one that I'm gonna show you. So I'm glad this was long enough for at least a 20-minute ASMR video. I was hesitant at first. I'm like, am I gonna make this long enough? Because, you know, sometimes I have to talk a lot to fill a lot of space. But so it's not dead silence, you know. That's not much of an ASMR video. I don't really like the ones that are like dead silent. Like the ASMR artists, like, I know they're good and all, but it's like, I'm just gonna tap on this and be quiet like 5 minutes. I'm like I have to fill my mind, you know, while I'm listening to something. I can't just simple noise. At least that's not for me. I know a lot of people like it, but my daily pep talk. So I read this every morning religiously. I got it from Terry Savelfoy's website. This is the first thing the company sent me when I signed up for membership, and donations to her help go to fights T-R-A-F-I-K-N-G of people. So they fight that, and it's a good cause. They help women and you know, get them on their feet after they've been through DV and stuff like that. So it's a wonderful cause. So my daily pep talk. So I guess I can read it. I'm highly favored of God. I'm valuable, qualified, forgiven, and loved. I'm confident and courageous. I have extraordinary opportunities given to me. I attract God-given ideas that produce great wealth. I'm enjoying a debt-free life. I have a prosperous mindset. I'm blessed to be a blessing. I have the generous nature of God. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I have the grace to embrace every season of life. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm fit, firm, and muscular. I'm healthy and full of energy. I'm disciplined, spirit, soul, and body. I have the wisdom of God to make the best decisions. I live with passion and purpose. I know that all things are working together for my good. I'm fulfilling my life assignment down to the last detail. I just read it fast to you because, like, I read it literally every day. I could memorize it. Father, according to your word, I declare whatever I ask for in prayer, I believe that I have received it and it will be mine. That's Mark 11:24. So shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. Isaiah 55:11. My God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask or think, according to the power that works in me. Ephesians 3:20. And I call those things that are not as though they already are, and I thank you for it in Jesus' name. Romans 4:17. Amen. So I like positive affirmations. That's what it is to me. I believe in the power of prayer, and so it's a big fridge magnet. Covers a lot of space. My dog's growling because he doesn't know what that is. Okay, I'll stop. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I was right. 15 magnets. One is a sticker technically, but no biggie. So you can probably hear the rain now that the dishwasher's off. But I will be done with this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, and check me out on TonyBomboni.com. Links below. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.